Welcome back to 843 TV here in the library at the Holy Trinity Classical Christian School in downtown Beaufort. And we've had Mr. Council on our panel this morning talking about his special program that he's put in, Humane Letters. And we've had a lot of great students, and now we have Amelia and Bruce joining us, and we're going to talk to you all. But Mr. Council, let's get back to you. And the kids are studying American history, and in particular about the presidents.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so there are a variety of ways of teaching history. History can be taught as a biography of a country, it can be taught as a history of great men and women, it can be taught as an apology for a culture. So when you think about a history course, you have to decide in what way, what mode you're going to teach it. And so Reverend Lawrence and I discussed that at the beginning of this year. Because this is an integrated course, there is a historical component. We are interested in people making decisions, and that's the same in literature as it is in history. And so we wanted to focus on people and on virtue. And by virtue, I simply mean the ability that one has, the power one has of applying what one has learned. And so we're studying only the American presidents. You could study the wars, you couldn't cover them all. You could study one war for the year, so instead we're just studying the presidents. And not all of them, we can't get to every single one, even over the course of a year. But the purpose of studying a president is to say, as an American, we believe in life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and each president is kind of an incarnation of what Americans believed that meant at that time. And each one of them has a leadership style, has a mode of behavior, has flaws and virtues, I guess you could say, that we can learn from. And so we could be cynical about the presidents. I don't teach that side. I teach what's good about each one. What can we extract from them that can help us make our own decisions? So an example would be George Washington. We read his inaugural address, and the students notice that he has, although he was quite uneducated, he educated himself and acquired an elevated style to his language, and it gave dignity to those around him and a humility to his own speech. And that's something they can emulate. They can elevate their own style while maintaining a kind of humility. And so we take that and we leave with that.
I like how you put a lot of what you said. You're extracting certain things of each president and looking at it from a neutral standpoint, not versus a critical, which unfortunately in today's time we've taken that route in a lot of ways. So that sounds really good. Bruce, how long have you been here at the school?
This is my first year here.
Your first year, okay, wow. Well, so how is your experience so far?
It's been very nice. Everybody's been amazing, and I like the classes.
And you're taking the course and studying the presidents. Tell us of maybe a favorite one of yours.
My favorite presidents that we study is probably Abraham Lincoln. Like if we go through a regular history class and you're just learning all the facts about it, I mean, everybody knows he's Abraham Lincoln, he's cool, but I probably just would have skimmed over him. But when we incorporated like the logic side and the rhetoric side of the course as well, it really was appealing to me how we looked at how perceptive he was of what was going on around him and how that influenced his decision making and how we can help use that in our lives.
Amelia, let's talk with you a little bit now. How long have you been here at the school?
3 years now.
3 years. So you've gotten a chance to see different things in different courses. Now you're taking this American history. Tell us about that study and how the poetry has impacted you most.
One aspect, besides the presidents, we've also have been learning about 21st century poetry and authors like Robert Frost and E. Cummings and Elizabeth Bishop. And we did a group presentation with those poems, and we were divided into groups by author. So I was with the Robert Frost group, and we chose the Road Not Taken, which is, one of his most classic poems, and I really wanted to do that because I kind of saw it as a challenge, even though it's a poem that everyone knows and that it's easy to skim over it, be like, oh, I don't need to go further into it. I really wanted to, and just the group aspect of this project was really, I learned a lot, and it's something I could take into college and just working with people and finding each other's strengths and who wants to write the least, and what we can, how we can work together and make, write a good, have a good presentation. And just going into the poem itself was really insightful and enriching for me.
Okay. Now, is this course run all year long, or is it just semester-based?
It does. It runs all year long. It is a complete core course for the year. So.
Now, for those watching and aren't familiar with the school here in Beaufort, I know that we have some information on the screen as far as how to get in touch with the leadership here and find out about admissions and enrollment and how you might be able to take this great class that Mr. Council has in place here. And before we go, students, we just say we're finishing the school year here. And so blessings and best of luck to you all as you complete your final exams, I guess, right? Final exams and move on from there. So thank you all for watching today's episode of 843 TV, where communities come to speak.